Hello YouTubers and welcome to the Raffleberry Pancake channel. This is another episode of Raffle Merch. I'm your host as always, Jesse, and today we're going to be talking about yet another One Piece figurine that took me quite a bit to find actually. He's one of the rare One Piece figurines. This is of course made by Mega House and it's called a P.O.P DX Portrait of a Pirate Deluxe. This is an excellent model. These are one of the harder ones to find and tend to be the more expensive. He's actually one of the more rare as well. Uh, I actually liked his character a great deal, and his power was quite creative in the One Piece series, and he's personally one of the most interesting, to say the least. Everything on him has a metallic gloss, and of course, very common mistake that was placed on the plaque that he stands on, which actually makes it more rare, is 7 Worlds of the Sea instead of 7 Warlords of the Sea, which is the correct term. On his cravat, he has that nice little pronged cross, which is actually held on by a thin piece, so be careful with that. He's definitely fragile. His hands are completely opposable, and I just dropped one of these little bats. Sorry about that. When you do get these, be sure there's a little base that comes on the both of these. Make sure you put like a piece of tape or something like that. Make sure they hold on. I'm going to bring that nice and close. It's one of his brick bats, of course, and it's definitely one of the things that I like, but at the same time they're a huge pain in the tail. So I'm just going to gently lay these down. They come in different sizes, of course, height-wise, so definitely a cool thing to add, but you definitely need to get something to stick to the bottom of them. Now, again, his hands are opposable. They can be shown in any way, and his head is semi-movable, so yeah. But very great detail. Again, another good shading, and compared to my other figurines, he's actually quite a bit larger, which kind of adds to the aesthetic. So if you're going to collect all the figurines, I suggest you shop around and actually get different sizes, because as you know, in One Piece, he was the biggest Shichibukai, standing at around what I believe to be like 17 feet tall, so he was a giant. And as you can see, compared to other ones, he is quite a bit larger and definitely more intimidating. Um, Funny story about him, I woke up to him in the background as my lamp was going at my old house, and definitely cast a frightening shadow, but definitely a cool piece to have. He's one of the larger. Luffy stands to be about that height compared to him, so it's definitely somewhat proportionate. And I really like that aesthetic. Again, this box, actually, the stamp of approval peeled off, and I lost it after only a week of having him. Now, I do want to caution you, I did buy this off of Amazon, and I was able to use my Amazon Prime to get him considerably cheaper, but he is going to be one of the more expensive to buy. So if you really like the character, or if you don't like him, I just don't recommend getting somebody this big. But he is definitely an immaculate model, and actually the best model there is of Gecko Moria in any creation so far. Of course, that is subject to change depending on the seasons, depending on if he returns or not in the series, and also depends on the demand for the figurine or the want to make a new one. The box is considerably larger and actually got damaged and creased quite a bit in the shipping process since he was shipped directly from Tokyo. So, I'm sure by now there's a lot of places like card stores and stuff like that do sell them, but I will do some digging and be sure to get you guys the best prices and the best matchups and possibly the best places to be shipped from that will save you on the wallet and quite possibly protect him from being damaged. He does have a lot of fragile parts, and you definitely don't want him to get damaged because he's definitely one of the better and more valuable of the figurines. The box is quite large, so I'll just try and orbit this for you. Get around the old table here. As you can tell, compared to my forearm, it's a little bit taller. The box stands around 14 inches tall, and yeah. But of course, Funimation had its hand in this. It is a triple A statue, which means it only adds to the rarity. There's a lot of different things involved in statues, of course, and I'm not really going to go into that because it is definitely complicated. But yeah, this he wasn't too difficult to unpack, thank goodness. But he's one of the bigger ones, and one of the more fragile, but of course, with his detail, that's kind of to be expected. With all figurines, you have to be careful. Growing up, they were really popular and still are to this in this anime age. So he's one of my more favorite ones. But yeah, I'll be sure to get some pictures for you guys, and just step by and watch those, and I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day.